football player. He ran hard. He ran like a train. And
was committed to the program. He was had wicked intentions, not bad as far as being a bad sport, but when Dave was out there, he meant business, and he was playing football.
Guys, he's a tough kid, good runner. I remember a game for Alexander, I think it was the final game for the Tri-Valley Conference Championship. I was pulling guard, and I was coming around the end pulling, and I thought, man, I'm doing pretty good here. I've got one down. The announcer said Dixon's got another one down. I thought, Dave should be coming any time, and I looked ahead, and Dave was already scored a touchdown. That's how fast he was.
Dave was the kind of runner that averaged 5 or 6 yards a carry, and when I say that, that's what he averaged. He'd give you 5 and then 6 and then 5 and then 6. Wasn't one of those kind of guys that gave you 1, 1, 20, and then 1 to average out 6.
Dave excelled so much. He was not only a good athlete, but he was a very smart guy. He knew all the plays. He knew where all the holes were going to be at. He knew where all the blockers were going to be. So you could always count on Dave to run the plays. That's why Dave Boston enjoyed coaching him. Dave ran the plays the way they were designed, and he scored touchdowns because he did that.
We always knew Dave was ready when he got the red splotches on his body, and we saw that when we started playing in junior high, but it progressed as we got older. Dave, when we would change into our uniforms, would get red splotches on his back and his chest, and we finally realized that was when Dave Sufronko was ready. Is when Dave had the red splotches, word would get around the team. Dave, had his game face on.
He got ready to play football, man. He was ready to play football, just like you said, when those splotches came out, when he was ready, you knew the game was on.
You would watch a game on tape and you get a feel for football, and you're watching who's making a difference and who's moving people. Dave Sufronko catch your eyes. Like I say, Dave was a leader. I'm proud to claim him as a friend and our team captain from that season, and we're just extremely proud. Anybody I've talked to that's associated with Dave and been on that program, we think Dave is definitely the person to be the first in our era to go into the Hall of Fame. He was a classic Nelsonville-York back from the 70s. He was a team captain. He was a great leader. He could catch passes out of the backfield. We didn't have a featured back then like they do a lot of times nowadays. We had 3 or 4 guys that could run the football, and Dave was versatile. And as a running back at that time, if you didn't carry the ball, you were a blocker. And Dave was a great blocker too. As I say, he was committed to the program. I'm proud to be a part of Dave Sufronko as far as being his friend, being a teammate, and being a Buckeye with Dave Sufronko. And I truly think he's deserving of a Hall of Fame induction at Nelsonville-York.
My gosh, he was a great athlete. I'm so proud of him to be inducted into the Nelsonville-York High School Football Hall of Fame.